Now, seeing as the altar is the basis for everything within Witchery, it provides power, gains power, and you can make it look really cool. I figured I'd go over a few of the items that you can put on the altar to increase its power. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome to the step-by-step tutorial for Witchery. Now, short little intro just to get things started. If you did like this video, if you do like it and it does help you out, clicking that like button goes a long way. You have no idea. Also, there are links to my Twitter and Patreon and a whole bunch of stuff down there in the comments. I also have a couple series going on, so if you want to check those out, got FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock going on right now. And it's really, really cool. Got some really good things going on, so go check that out. Now, like I do with all of my step-by-step tutorials, this is everything you are going to need in order to get started with Witchery. Now, a couple notes with this though. The water bucket just represents any kind of water source. You get a bucket and you keep taking buckets of water as much as you need. You'll need a little bit of water, so it's recommended you have some kind of infinite water source. I have one of those because I'm a creative and water buckets never run out, so it's pretty amazing. But you will need to figure something out if you're playing in survival. These guys right here, the numbers are not exact. I picked these numbers, half a stack of all of these guys right here, and 12 coal, just because it sounded like decent. It sounded like I should be able to get everything I need, but you may not. You may not have enough, or you may have too many. This is just what I thought sounded like a good number of things to have. But you need clay, you need birch saplings, you need oak saplings, you need bone meal, maybe not need bone meal. That's up in the air, and I'll explain that in a second. And coal. Then, these are the exact numbers. You need 19 iron ingots, 8 stone, 3 glass, and 8 cobblestone. Now, what I mean by the bone meal is that you will need access to grass. The grass is going to be used for various things, but one of which is that we do need to get some mutantis and convert things into some other witchery type stuff, but you need access to that. If you don't have an available grass area with lots and lots of grass, you need some bone meal to create that area. For example, in a Skyblock map where you can't just venture out and find one of those areas. That would be why you would need the bone meal. And you also need access to eggs. Now, I have a bunch of eggs here because I have a lot of chickens, but you will need at least a few. Here's the infinite water source I was telling you about as well. Step 1 is to go ahead and grab your 8 cobblestone, 32 clay, and 4 coal. You don't need much. Well, that's if you have 32 clay. Just grab some coal. Then you want to go over here and go ahead and form this into the shape of a furnace. You want to take your clay and form that into this shape in order to get soft clay jars. You want to place down your furnace somewhere and get this stuff smelting so you can actually get everything you need as far as the clay jars are concerned. The next step is to go ahead and take 11 iron ingots, a little bit more coal, and some of your saplings. Now, I have all of the birch here. It doesn't matter which one you do first. You got to do them both anyway, so it's not a huge deal as far as which order you do them in. But you want to take your iron and form that into the shape of iron bars. Put one of those in the top middle and one of those in the bottom middle. Take the remaining 5 and wrap it around just like so to go ahead and get your witch's oven. And then go ahead and set this guy down. Open it up. Put in the coal. Put in the birch saplings and go ahead to your furnace and take out whatever clay jars you might have already smelted and put those in the bottom. So now what you want to do while these guys are still smelting, you see this one is done, so you can go ahead and move this over. These guys are almost done. We have a bunch of those guys, which it appears 32 is a lot more than you actually need, but better safe than sorry. So you want to take your bone meal or go to that grass plot that you have and basically bone meal and break the grass. And you're looking for lots and lots of seeds. You only need 4 specific seeds, but they're not the most common things in the world. So just keep breaking grass. And you want to keep breaking grass until you have at least, you're going to want more, and you're more than likely going to have more because you are going to use these for other things in Witchery later on. But you want at least 1 water artichoke, at least 1 snowbell, at least 1 mandrake, and at least 1 belladonna. You want all of those seeds. And what you do is you go ahead and combine those into a crafting grid. And you're going to get an anointing paste. Now you want to go ahead and take out 7 of your iron ingots. Put those in that shape in order to get yourself a cauldron. Take your anointing paste and go ahead and put that on the bar. And you want to set this guy down somewhere. Let's go ahead and just put it there. And that'll be fine. And then use your anointing paste on it to turn it into a witch's cauldron. Now you want to go ahead and light a fire underneath the cauldron just to prepare it for things. You can block it off completely after that. I'm partial to the netherrack and flint and steel route just because it's pretty cheap, pretty easy, not difficult to do. But what you want to go ahead and do is get another mandrake seeds, which chances are you got another one by the time you got a snowbell seed, because those are a little bit more rare, actually a lot more rare. And then go ahead and get yourself a little bit of the bone meal. Now you want to go ahead and plant that on a regular crop plot, you know, just a hoe and soil, not a big deal. Make it maxed out and, well, I guess, creative mode for the win. Okay, let's try this again. Then you break it and you get this little guy running around, right? He's a little bit, well, problematic. This is the little guy, you just got to take care of him. And once you do, woozy, very woozy. And once you kill that guy, you're going to get yourself a Mandrake Root. This is one of the items that you need. Now you want to go ahead and take your oak saplings and some more of your coal. Go ahead and drop these guys in there and take out these guys so that we can actually get the extra from this one. But after these are smelted, you should start getting some exhale of the horned ones. Now we only need 1 of those guys. Then you want to go ahead over and grab yourself 1 egg, which you see we're now maxed out, but yeah. Now this is the recipe that you need for each you get 6 Mutandis out of this. This is an important thing. You get 6 Mutandis, but you might need more than 6. You might have to get yourself another Mandrake Root or another exhale of the horned one and another few eggs in order to get enough of these guys. But for 1 recipe, this is all you need. You only need 1. I said you only needed 1 of those. You might need a few more. But you go ahead and fill this guy up with, I believe it's 3 buckets of water. And then you drop these guys in order. You want to make sure you do the Mandrake Root first, then the exhale of the horned one, and then the egg. And you're going to see it do this little swirl thing. And after this swirl thing is over, that is when you get your Mutandis, which is about to pop out. There it goes. Now go back to your grass plot and go ahead and bone meal, or if you sheared some grass, that will also work. You can place it back down, or if you have a sapling or a flower or any kind of small crop or grass thing like this, like the little flowers will work, or any of these guys, and you can actually use Mutandis on them to change them into something else. And you want to do this over and over and over again on the same thing. You can go to the same thing. You can also get dark oak saplings this way. Peeps, FTB, Infinity, Skyblock, like I was on, Mutandis is a really good way to get the other saplings. But you want to keep going until you get a rowan sapling like we just got right here. Now you want to go ahead, plant that rowan sapling, use whatever's left of your bone meal, get more if you need to, and bone meal the crap out of this guy. And then you want to go ahead and break this guy until you have a few of the logs. Now what you want to do is go ahead and grab yourself 4 rowan wood, 8 stone, 3 glass, 2 breath of the goddess, and 2 exhale of the horned one. You want to go ahead and combine your stone down into stone bricks, and you want to grab your glass and get glass bottles out of it. Then you want to take your glass bottles and go get 2 water bottles. Then you come back to your crafting table, put those guys away. I made a few extras. And then you want to go ahead and basically you have the sides here, which are going to be stone brick. You have your rowan wood right in the middle. You have 2 exhale of the horned one on the top right, 2 breath of the goddess on the top left, water bottle in the middle, take out 3 altars, put the other water bottle right back where that was, and get 3 more altars. And then you can go ahead and lay down all of these guys in a 2x3 shape, 2x3x1, in order, once you see the red on top, that'll give you the altar that you're looking for. Now, seeing as the altar is the basis for everything within Witchery, it provides power, it gains power, and you can make it look really cool. I figured I'd go over a few of the items that you can put on the altar to increase its its power. Now, right now you see it's at ×1. That is a regeneration rate, and it's got 83 power total. That's as much as it can have. These are the tier 3 items. They're tier 1 items. These are first tier, low tier items that you can put on the altar in order to increase its power. Now you see it's up to 249 and it's ×3. So it recharges a whole lot faster and it has a lot more power. But also you have the next tier items that you can put onto this guy, such as these guys right here, which will increase it further. And you can do this, this, and this, and then you have 415 and ×5, which is really, really good. So, ish, for what we have. It's really good. Then, you also have the Arthana. By default, the altar can provide power to witchery machines and things, the witchery items, within 16 blocks. The Arthana makes it so it can provide power to things, including the circle, the magic circles and the other machines and stuff, from up to 32 blocks away. So it's really, really handy to have one of those on your altar anytime you can. Now, the other thing about it is that any nature-y items in the area, such as leaves, for example, we'll demonstrate just a little bit with leaves really quick, and we'll just kind of lay some of these guys down. You see that it was at 415, so if we lay down a bunch of leaves, it can then draw power from those, and now we're up to 655. So any nature-y items will increase the power of the altar. But I'm going to have a tutorial on what items you can add, which ones work, what's the best way, what's the highest I've ever gotten. I don't know if anybody has ever made a truly maxed out witchery altar, and we're not going to do that in the in that tutorial, but we will get into it, and we will give you a huge amount of power to play with for your witchery setup. But that is about all the time I have for this episode, or this tutorial, this step-by-step. So if you did like it, please do hit that like button. If you want to see more, you want all of my videos and my series and my tutorials and all that good stuff to be sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Comment, favorite, share, feel like you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out, peeps. Chickens. All the chickens. All the eggs.